Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It is Monday, December 2nd, day after Black Friday. We got some good things going on the channel. I will do a little bit of a recap, but I'm going to be going over the Broncos versus Browns. This is Monday Night Football. This game is actually big for the Broncos, not so big for the Browns, but Broncos finally have meaningful football in December for the first time in about 8-9 years since they won Super Bowl 50. So we're going to go over that game a little bit. But like I said, I'm going to do a little bit of a recap, show you what we've been doing on this channel. If you don't want to watch that, if you don't really care about the recap and you're just looking for the picks and the breakdown, I will put chapters down here at the bottom. Skip ahead. You can get right into the breakdown. But for those of you that do care about the recap, I'm going to pull this up real quick. I will be doing these the player props at the end of this video on Sleeper. I do want to show you guys this graphic. I always tell you guys about Sleeper or about whatever app I'm using and let you guys know what kind of deposit matches you can get, what kind of deals you can get signing up with those sports books. Sleeper right now is offering a $1,500 deposit match. You can see right here. Use promo code AROD. I'm going to circle it right here with my mouse. That gets you up to this $1,500 deposit match. So you put in $1,500, they'll give you $1,500. You now have $3,000 to play with. The Dabble one right here, you guys know I love Dabble, so I'm just putting that up here. This is no longer accurate. I don't have a new graphic to show you, but code SSWIN, that gets you $25. I just threw that one up there in case you guys wanted to get on Dabble, letting you know that you do have options to get free bets. So $25 free bet when you sign up with Dabble. Excuse me, guys, to clear my throat. I got allergies kicking my butt right now. But as far as recap goes, over this past week, just kind of wanted to show you some wins that we've been getting. These are in the VIPs, right? You guys see I give out player props, these free picks on this YouTube channel. The player props are fun. A lot of people love them. The people that can't use sports books and all they can do is DFS apps, they're looking for ways to find picks, find parlays to put in, because the player prop DFS apps only allow you to do parlays. Typically, I'm not a big parlay guy. However, we've had success with teasers and small parlays from the sports books. I'm a straight bet guy, so I do give out a lot of straight bets, but I wanted to show you these parlay wins to show you what we're doing in the VIPs. This one right here, this 4-leg teaser, that was last Sunday. This 2-leg parlay right here, that was last Monday. And you guys can see I'm teasing these lines. I'm adjusting, not necessarily like always a 6-7 point teaser, but I'm adjusting the lines either back to what they were at after before line movement, if I find good line movement and good money dispersion on them, take them back to what they started at, parlay them together to get better odds on picks that I think are going to win, picks that are going to be easy wins for us. As you can see here, under 53.5 on the total points here. That one was not an easy win by any means. That the total was 53, so we only won that one by a half a point. But because I adjusted that line up and took the under, we still won that bet. And then Moneyline Ravens, that one, not as easy as I thought it was going to be, but nonetheless, it was still a win. I'm trying to find teasers with plus odds for us, or two pick teasers. I'm trying to get at least minus 170 odds, and then 3-pick teasers. I'm trying to get at least plus 150 odds, but this one I was able to get plus 170 on a 2-picker. Again here, under 50, over 36. This was a Thanksgiving Day play. We got plus 206, won that one. Another Thanksgiving Day play here. We got plus 363. We won that one. I loved this over right here on the Giants-Cowboys game, over 36.5. They crushed that line. They finished with 47. I put that pick on 2 different slips there. Because that one I think was just an absolute easy win right there. And then yesterday in college football, we took this 3-picker right here. Colorado minus 10.5, Boise State minus 11.5, and then the Corn up there in Nebraska plus 9. They should have won that game. They had a 10-point lead, as did Georgia Tech should have as well. But these are my VIPs that I'm putting out on the sportsbook type of plays. If you're looking to get into VIPs eventually and you can't bet with a sportsbook, chances are you probably can, you just don't know it yet. If you're in 47 of the 50 states that REBET is legal. REBET is a sports book. They have player props as well. They have this thing, it's called Prop City. It's a whole section of their app where you can do player prop parlays just like daily fantasy sports book apps. But they also have traditional sportsbook plays. They have the main betting lines, your spread, your money line, your over-under. They have a bunch of different props, game props, player props that you can do like you do on, say, Caesars or BetMGM or DraftKings. So if you're in one of those states that doesn't allow that, look at REBET. It's legal in 47 different states. So I know Michigan's one that it's not legal in. I don't remember the other 2, but more than likely you can play on REBET. Promo code AROD gets you up to a 100% deposit match up to $100. I said that completely weird. Gets you a deposit match 100% up to $100. So check out REBET. That's all I got for the recap, guys. Just kind of wanted to show you some wins, show you what we're doing in the VIPs. If you want in on the VIPs, right now, I'm going to give a 60% off deal on the VIP season pass. This is for college football and NFL VIP season pass. Everybody does Black Friday. All right, I'm making my own holiday because everybody did Black Friday. I'm going to do Black Saturday. All right, so just use code BLACK. All right, code BLACK is going to get you 60% off of the season pass. So that's the rest of this football season all the way through the Super Bowl. That's every single football pick that I put in. But let's minimize that, get back right into the game, why we're doing this video. Cleveland Browns versus Broncos. This is the Monday night game, the primetime game this weekend. Like I said, it's a big one for the Broncos. They're at 7-5. Right now, they are in the playoffs. They got the Dolphins and a couple other teams on their ass trying to push them out of the playoffs. As long as the Broncos keep winning, they will be back in the playoffs. The Browns, on the other hand, having a very disappointing season to what they thought they were going to do. They are sitting at 3-8 right now. Obviously, Deshaun Watson played bad to start the season. Then he gets hurt. Jameis has come in, and they've actually done pretty well offensively. Their defense is good, not as good as they were last year, but they are still good. Just can't find ways to win games lately. But right now, the spread, it's at plus 5.5 for Cleveland, minus 5.5 for Denver. This opened up completely flipped. Opened up at -3 for Cleveland, +3 for Denver. This opened up well before this game. So this opened up way before people thought or realized the Broncos were going to be halfway decent, and before people realized the Browns were going to be a 3-8 football team. But it has completely flipped, and as you should see, based on this line movement, money should be heavy on the Broncos, which it is. 68% of public bets are on the Broncos to cover this spread. 86% of money on the Broncos to cover this spread. 5.5. I don't know. I'm still looking at that one a little bit. It is only Saturday. I'm going to watch this a little bit leading into Monday, see how this line moves. 5.5 is a big point spread I think, for the Broncos to cover this. Based on Cleveland's defense, yes, the Broncos are scoring points now. Bo Nix has been straight balling, not just on the stat line. You watch Bo Nix's tape, his footwork has improved, his timing has improved, his accuracy has improved. He's anticipating throws, throwing dots over the middle of the field, over backers, under safeties, reading the coverages, splitting safeties over the top. He's doing what he needs to do to have the Broncos in this situation, and that's why they are in this situation. Jameis is slinging it on the other side, though, too, so I don't anticipate the Broncos blow them out of the water, but we're going to watch this line a little bit. Right now, Sportsline is saying that is an A-grade pick to take Broncos minus 5.5. I'm going to watch that one a little bit more, though. Then money line, you got it opened up at minus 172 for the Browns. Now it's sitting at plus 206. Opened at plus 144 for the Broncos. Now it's at minus 254. Looking at the money and the public bet dispersion here, we got 93% of public bets on the Broncos to cover this money line and win the game outright. 84% of money is on the Broncos to win this game. Another one, line was moving exactly how it should based on where the money's at. Broncos started out as the underdog. Now they are actually a favorite in this game. Minus 254 favorite on the odds. So pretty good favorite here. It's not like a minus 110 either way where it's almost a pick'em game. They're minus 200 plus odds. So minus 254. Money's on the Broncos. I don't like the money line on this one. I do think the Broncos are going to win this game. It's just these odds right here, they don't do it for me. Unless you're going to parlay this and you're going to take a bunch of money lines, I'm not going to do that personally, but I'm here to just give you the information on these lines. I will be sending out a VIP pick. Actually, I just sent out a VIP pick on this game to my subscribers. So, but I'm not going to touch this money line. I'm going to tell you right now, money line was not the pick I sent out. There's just a little tidbit. Then on the over-under, 41.5 is what it opened at. 41.5 is where it remains. The odds have changed slightly. Minus 120 either way when it opened. Now you got minus 112 on the over, minus 108 on the under. So the books are saying this is more likely to go over than it is under. The public, as always, is heavy on the over. 85% of public bets taking that over. 95% of public money is on the over. The public is always on the over, though. So you got to watch that one. Watch out. Don't go where the public is. If you're somebody that just goes with the flow and whatever the public's doing, you do, watch out for that on the over-under. I would advise not doing that anyways, but if that's who you are and that's what you like to do, just be careful because the public is always on the over. All right, so there's your betting info, guys, on this game. The main line, spread, money line, over under. Obviously, there's hundreds of different types of props you can do on each game, but I would have to make a 3-hour YouTube video to cover every single one of those props. I'm just doing the main lines for you. Now, let's jump over into the player props. Here we go. Jerry Jeudy is the first one I've got, and again, I'm pulling up Outlier. I'm not an affiliate of Outlier, but I'm not going to try to sell them to you for my benefit. I'm going to try to sell them to you because it's seriously a freaking good tool. Check out Outlier. I think they do. I don't remember. I've been on here so long. I think they do like a trial you can do, but it gives you a ton of information. Or just watch my videos and you can see my screen and what they're giving you right here. But I got under half a touchdown highlighted here, and that's what we're going to take. We're going to take Jerry Jeudy under half a touchdown. Look at his graph. He scored 1 touchdown this year. If you've watched his career pan out, in Denver he was awful. I mean, every once in a while he would show sparks of life, but just has not been the guy everybody thought he was going to be. In Cleveland, though, he has resurrected his career a little bit. I'm not going to lie, he's been playing well the last 3 weeks. But he's only got 1 touchdown on the year, and that was against New Orleans. So he's not their touchdown guy. He just 1 touchdown on the year. That doesn't give me confidence that he's going to go out and score against the Broncos when they are ranked first in the NFL in giving up touchdowns to wide receivers. Just none of that adds up at all. Yes, it's his old team, so he's going to be pushing. He's going to be trying to have a good game, show them that they made a mistake. But because it's his old team, his old teammates are also going to be upping their game a little bit against him. If Surtain is on him, there's not a chance in hell he scores. So I don't know what the Broncos' game plan is going to be. Usually Surtain shadows the other team's best receiver. The Browns don't really have that guy or the dude that is their number one. Cedric Tillman has been, in my opinion, their best receiver since Amari Cooper got traded away and Tillman has stepped into a starting role. So Surtain may be on him. Surtain may be on Jeudy. They may not have a game plan to shadow, and they just may play their defense. All right, they may just come out and say, whoever you're on, whoever's on your side. Riley Moss, though, he is questionable. He hurt his knee last week, MCL injury. It was not a tear, thank God for the Broncos, because that dude, the White Shadow, has been straight balling this year. But if he's out, that will make a little bit of a difference, because then they're going to have to bring in Levi Wallace as their backup. Jaquan McMillan is in the slot. He'll be their slot guy. So if Judy's in the slot, he'll be going against McMillan. That'll be a pretty good matchup. Those two are both good, talented, but make mistakes here and there on both sides. So if Riley Moss is playing and he's good to go, full go, healthy, no way Jeudy gets in the end zone. Just take the under on this one. Trust me, under 5. If he scores a touchdown, I'll eat my words and I'll say sorry, Jerry Jeudy. But you guys can see it ain't happening. Next pick, guys, we're going to go Bo Nix on his passing touchdowns. Line is set at 1.5. We're taking the over. Look at his graph here. 6 times this season he's gone over this, but it's important to note his play recently. He's got 2, 4, and 2 in his last 3 games. As I said before, I talked about it a little bit earlier, Bo Nix has upped his game. He is getting better every single week, and he's no longer that rookie that's out there just kind of lost. Early in the season, he wasn't on time. It looked like the game was too fast for him. Lately, it's like he has slowed it down and he's a 5-year vet. The game is just coming to him. Bo Nix is playing himself into the Rookie of the Year conversation. I don't think the Browns can hold him under two touchdown passes. Looking at it here, they're ranked 15th, so almost right in the middle of the league in terms of giving up touchdown passes. But one thing I wanted to show you, this is one thing Outlier does not show. So I will say there are other websites and apps out there that do give information that Outlier does not give. This one is props.cash. I want to show you guys something. Cleveland, over the last however many games, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, only 1 time have they held a quarterback under 2 passing touchdowns. You see 5 straight right here. Hurts did it, Burrow did it, Jackson did it, Herbert, Carr, and then they held Russell Wilson to 1 touchdown pass last week. That was in a blizzard. So take that for what it's worth. It was in a blizzard. The odds actually were minus 235 for Wilson to throw over half a touchdown pass, and he didn't. Or sorry, over 1.5 touchdown passes. And sorry, I'm stumbling over my words now. Over half a touchdown pass. The rest of these guys had 1.5 as their line. The odds were minus 235 for Wilson to throw one. He did throw it. So Wilson actually covered his line, but he didn't cover the Knicks line that we're looking at. But the rest of these guys did cover it, however. So take that for what it's worth. I just wanted to show you that Cleveland is giving up touchdown passes. And on top of that, Bo Nix has been slinging it, throwing touchdown passes. Everything adds up to Nix throwing at least 2 in this game. Personally, I think he could throw for 3, maybe 4 again, just by the way he's been playing lately. But we don't need that. All we need is 2. All right, then the last pick, I have to change the book here so that we can actually see it. We're going to go with Nick Chubb on his rushing yards. 62.5 is what the line is set at. We're going to take the under reluctantly because his name is Nick Chubb and we know who he's been in the past. But this year, coming back from that injury, he's been good. I'm not going to say he hasn't been good. He just hasn't been old Nick Chubb, and this Browns offense hasn't been producing with him like they have in the past. He hasn't even hit this line once this year. You can see 5 games that he's played, he's gone under it every single time. Pair that with the fact that Denver is 6th in rushing yards allowed to running backs. Not looking good for Chubb. Denver's a top 10 defense in as far as stopping the run. They're ranked, sorry, I said in running backs. They're ranked 6th in rushing yards. They're ranked 7th against running backs. So Denver's a top 10 defense in stopping the run. They're a top 10 defense in stopping the pass. They've been a really good defense this year. Nick Chubb isn't hitting this at all. Has not done it yet. Just those 2 things combined right there. I don't like this line. I don't like it to go over. I'm gonna bump back over to props.cash real quick. I'm gonna show you guys the Denver history against running backs and rushing yards this season. Let's just click on Chubb here, and then I'll go down odds versus Denver running backs. You can look here at this chart. Not many people are covering this. Derrick Henry went over it at 62.5 yards. I said 62.5 because Outlier has it at 62.5. On Sleeper, actually, you're getting it at 64.5. So we got 2 extra yards. We're taking the under on. Let me bounce back. Sorry, guys, I was a little jumpy there. But Henry went over it. Who else went over it? J.K. Dobbins went over it. You got Irving that went over it, Najee, and Kenneth Walker. So those few guys have gone over it. Those guys have also had a lot better seasons than Nick Chubb. Only the big-time running backs they're giving up this amount of rushing yards to. Not many people are covering that 64.5 line against the Broncos. They've just been a stout defense this year. So I'm taking Chubb under 64.5 rushing yards. This is at 62.5. We're actually getting him at 64.5. Outlier does not show that graph, but basically, if you just take this and move it up 2.5 yards, it's still under every single game. Does not matter that we change it. Just going to give us an extra 2 yards. So there's your picks, guys. Bo Nix, over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Nick Chubb, under 64.5 rushing yards. And Jerry Jeudy, under half a touchdown. He will not get in the end zone against the Broncos on Monday night. Thank you guys for watching. That's all I got for you guys. There's your breakdown of the picks. The player props breakdown of the main betting lines on the Broncos versus Browns game, and then a little recap at the beginning. Like I said, if you did not want to watch that, just skip past it. I'll leave chapters here at the bottom of the video. Thank you all for watching. If you're liking what I'm doing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. You'll get all my videos sent right to your phone. It'll update you, notify you when I post a video. I apologize the last 2 days I have not posted. Just like you guys, I do have a family I like to spend time with, so Thanksgiving and Black Friday, I was very busy. But we are back. We're going to get going the rest of this week. I'll try to post a video of the Thursday night game after the Monday night game is over, so you guys can have a few days to watch that one and watch the betting lines with me. See what we're going to do. Like I said, if you want in on the VIPs, code BLACK down here at the bottom of the screen. 60% off the rest of this football season on the season pass. Thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all next time.